Hello and welcome inside the broadcasting booth here at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. I'm Sean O'Connor. Hopefully the music is not too loud. Over me is Patrick Chung, climbs in, he'll lead it off, followed by Austin Hawk, Sam Linscott, Bryce Peterson, and Jackson Swim, Riley Parker, Diego Altamirano, Jake Tilley, and Nick Anderson behind him. Merchants playing the Goldpanners, the third game they've played against the Goldpanners this season. They split the series. The season series is split currently 1-1. Tenuinote on the mound, and his first pitch misses outside, and the count goes to 1-0. We apologize if there's extra background noise, as this is a full house here in Norbrook Stadium. Chung leading off, hitting .362 on the year, reigning MVP and hitting champion at the Grand Forks International Baseball Tournament. He takes another ball outside. Merchants and Goldpanners vying for the number one seed in their division. The winner would play at noon tomorrow, get a couple extra hours of sleep. Merchants need that desperately. This pitch is fouled away down the left field line, and the count goes to 2-1. Merchants with a big win earlier this morning over the Coquitlam Angels, 10-0 in 5 innings. Chung hitting a grand slam in the sixth inning, or in the top of the fifth inning, rather. They put up 7 runs in the top of the fifth inning to trigger the mercy rule. This ball is a swinging ground ball caught by the catcher. He'll throw over in time to the first baseman for the first out of the inning. It'll bring up Austin Hawk. Hawk hitting .290 on the year, but his numbers are better than that, as he's getting on base at a rate of 407 on base percentage. He's drawn 16 walks this season it leads the club. Hawk came in earlier today, put in some extra work in the cages. He trying to get his swing where he likes it, and he thinks he found a good spot. Getting some good hacks in here before this game. He likes where his swing's at. We'll see if he can make that work here. 1-0 the count to Hawk with 1 down in the top of the first inning. Here's Tanner's pitch. It's a swinging lifted ball out to right field. An easy play as the wind knocking down the fly balls here, and a fly out to the right fielder for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Sam Linscott, the center fielder. Linscott has been a streaky hitter as of late, had some big games, but is also slumping slightly. He was slumping entering this tournament. His batting average hitting a season low of .300, but back up to .338 after some productive games in the first 2 rounds of group play. He'll be followed by cleanup man Jake Peterson if needed. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss over the top, and the count goes to 0-1. Bryce Peterson playing in left field. Patrick Chung getting his DH spot back, and Austin Hawk back at second base after a bit of a lineup switch this morning. Here's the 0-1, it's inside, and the count will leave it at 1-1. There is a slight possibility, folks, that we'll run out of battery on our hotspot towards the end of this game. If it does not go quickly enough, it should be fine, but if this game goes long, we may run out of internet. If that's the case, you can catch the replay at the conclusion of the game. That ball is fouled away, and the count will go to 1-2. Tanner working efficiently on the mound for the Goldpanners. He pitched against the Merchants in the Grand Forks International Tournament and pitched well. Both of those games were pitchers' duels. Merchants besting the Goldpanners 3-0, and Alaska returning the favor 1-0 in the semifinals. This pitch is up and in, and the count will leave it at 2-2. Linscott looking to make something happen from that right-handed batter's box. Sam hitting .429 on the year with 2 outs. Looking to get another one here. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss at a low breaking ball, and that will retire the side. The Merchants go in order, and when we come back, Jacob Bogarts will climb onto the mound for his first start of the season. You're watching Evan Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. No score as we enter the bottom of the first inning. Jacob Bogat's on the mound for his first start of the season. He has appeared in 3 games, pitched 2 complete innings with an ERA of 18, 4 runs, all of them earned. He's given up 1 hit, 4 walks, and 8 walks in those 2 innings of work. Looking to get a good outing here, and the first pitch is called a strike, and we're underway in the bottom of the first. Leading off is Griffin McCormick, playing first base today for the Goldpanners, hitting .269 on the year. Bogat's winds and delivers. The 0-1 is swung through and missed. 0-2 the count.
For Alaska, number 11, the first baseman.
Colin Runge on deck, followed by their designated hitter. Alaska looking to win the group and play in the 12 o'clock game, avoiding Seattle until the finals. Everett looking to do the same. Here's the kick and the 0-2 pitch. It's outside and up, and the count goes to 1-2. Bogat's biggest problem this season has been giving up walks. In 2 innings pitched, he's given up 8 walks. It's been hard. Control has been something that Jacob has struggled with this season. Looking to find it here. The 1-2 is a lifted ball out towards right field, swims under it, and it's a can of corn, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. And a good start to the first start of Bogat's Merchants career here in the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Will bring up Colin Runge.
Batting second, number 15, the third baseman, Colin Runge.
Colin climbs in, third baseman, right-handed bat. Here's the pitch from Bogat's. It's a swinging shot out towards left field. Peterson looking up, and that one is off the wall. Misplayed by Peterson, but able to get it in, and a first pitch double with 1 out will get the Goldpanners a runner in scoring position, and it'll bring up Bryant Nakagawa, the designated hitter. Left-handed bat for the Goldpanners.
Now batting number 12, the designated hitter, Bryant Nakagawa.
Excuse me, Bryant Nakagawa. I put an extra U in there. Your infield for the Merchants, left to right, Nick Anderson, Riley Parker, Austin Hawk, and Jake Tilley. Outfield is Bryce Peterson, Sam Linscott in center, and Jackson Swim in right. Behind the plate is Diego Altamirano, and the pitcher is Jacob Bogat's. Quick mound visit between Altamirano and Bogat's, making sure their signs are right. Diego comes trotting back, and we'll get back underway. Cole Carter on deck for the Goldpanners. Merchants looking to keep the Goldpanners off the board here early. These games have been pitchers' duels against these 2 teams, so runs of extra value here tonight in this 7-inning contest. Bogat's from the set. He delivers. The pitch is fouled away. A weak cut on that one. Just got a piece of it back into the screen. Your Merchants looking to get a berth to the NBC World Series with a win in this tournament. They would do just that, and then a little bit of fundraising, and they would make it to Wichita to compete for a championship. Runner goes. The pitch over is Diego, and did he get the tag down? He did not. It was a good throw, but a little offline, and a stolen bag will get Colin Runge over to third base. It was a good throw. It was a good reaction by Diego to get the throw over, but Anderson not able to get the tag down. 0-2, 1 out, runner on third base. Bogat's delivers. It's inside. Good stop by Diego. Keep that ball in front of him and keep the run from scoring. The runner on third, it becomes all the more important to keep those balls in front of you. On deck is Cole Carter. Nakagawa hitting .409 on the season. A fantastic year for Bryant. 1-2, 1 outs. Bogat's delivers. It's up. Diego looks for the back pick, but nothing doing. And the count will leave it at 2-2. Jacob looks in, looking for a vital out number 2 to take the sacrifice fly out of order. Here it comes. It's a fouled back pitch, and we'll do it again. It's been a cloudy, breezy day here in Kamloops. Scattered rain showers, but nothing too major. A couple minor rain delays throughout the day. The rain is forecasted to stay away until 12:30 or 1 tomorrow morning, but there are some ominous clouds lingering around the stadium, so we hope those stay away and we can get in the full 7 here tonight. 2-2 pitch. Bogots sets. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and missed for strike 3 and a vital out number 2. And out of any kind would get Bogots out of the inning and keep the score level. And it'll bring up Cole Carter, cleanup hitter, hitting 184 on the season. Right-handed bat, looking for a base knock to drive in Colin Runge. Bogots looking for a big out here. Here's the pitch. It is a strike called on the lower inside corner. And Bogots jumps ahead. Important for Bogots to work ahead in this ball game. He's working fairly efficiently here in the first, but he has had issues with walks this season, looking to keep those numbers down. Here it comes. The 0-1 is taken a little high. Says the home plate umpire, and the count leaving it 1-1. Runner on third base, courtesy of a double and a stolen bag, is the third baseman. Bogots in his first start of the season, looking to collect his first win on the year. 1-1 the count, 2 outs. Here she comes. It's a strike on the lower inside corner. And the count goes to 1-2. That inside part of the plate has been fruitful for Bogots so far tonight. If he can find that spot consistently, he should have success against this Alaska Goldpanners lineup. Jacob looks in, gets the sign. He comes set from the stretch. The 1-2 pitch is down low in the dirt. A good block by Diego. He'll chase it down the line and stare down the runner. And we'll do the 2-2 again. Oh, excuse me, we'll see a 2-2 count. 2-2, one runner on third base, 2 outs in the bottom of the first inning. Your Merchants losing a coin toss before the game. They play as the road team in this seeding matchup. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a weak foul ball back into the screen, and we'll do it again. On deck is the center fielder Blake Porter. He'd be followed by Aaron Kim should they be needed. 2-2. This will be the 7th pitch of the at bat to Colin Carter. Bogots comes set. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's up and in. Just barely missing him. Buzzing the tower a little bit there, and the count will run full. Bogots needs to find the strike zone here. In a 3-2 count with a runner on third base, 2 outs. A big spot already for Jacob Bogots. Blake Porter on deck. Colin Runge on third base. Here's the payoff pitch. It is swung on. Popper over is Tilly, but he can't get there, and we'll do it again. Nearly a stolen out there for the Merchants, but just a little past the reach of Tilly and Bogots. We'll do it again. This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Vitally important at-bats coming early in this ball game. Bogots shakes off a sign, gets one he likes. He's working from the stretch. Here she comes. The 3-2 pitch is in the dirt, and it's a walk. A 2-out walk will put runners on the corners and bring up Blake Porter, the center fielder, hitting 5th in this lineup for the Goldpanners. He's hitting 153 on the year. A tough spot for Bogots already. Runners on the corners with 2 outs here in the first inning, looking to get out of trouble. ERA up at 18, but all of those runs given up came in a single outing where he could not record an out against the Seattle Studs. A big spot here for Jacob Bogots. Infield regular depth. Runner fakes down the line. The pitch is outside. Nice pick by Altamirano. Diego playing well behind the dish this season.
Number 6, the center fielder, Blake Porter.
Peterson playing deep in left. Swim playing slightly in right field. And Sam a couple steps to his right in center field. Bogots looks in, working from the stretch. The 1-0 pitch, runner goes, it's swung on down the line and is hooking foul. And that's a very loud, long strike, number 1. Cole Carter had second base stolen, but the foul ball will send him back to first. And we'll do a 1-1 with runners on the corners and 2 outs once again. Runners get their leads. Bogots gets his sign, checks the runner, and now comes set. Here's the set. And the 1-1 pitch on its way. It's lifted foul over the third base side and out of play, and the count runs to 1-2. On deck is the catcher, number 28, Aaron Kim. He hit well against the Merchants in their 2 games they played in Grand Forks. A 1-2 count for Bogots as he faces Blake Porter, looking to get out of the inning clean. Runners on the corners, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first in a scoreless ball game here to determine the winner. Here's the pitch. It's lifted out of play, and we'll do it again. The winner of this ball game will win their group and pick up the number 1 seed in their division, sending them to the noon game tomorrow and avoiding a semifinal meeting with the Seattle Studs. Blake Porter looking to put a run on the board early for his Goldpanners. Bogots checks his runners and comes set. The stretch. And the 1-2 pitch, runner goes. It's spoiled away down the right field line, and we'll do it again. If Blake Porter can get a clean run without a spoiled pitch, he's going to take second standing. And we have a mound visit and Harold Pyatt coming out. This is an interesting situation early, and we're going to take a quick break. Second mound visit of the game already here in the first inning. 2 outs, runners on the corners, and no score. This is Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament at Norbrook Stadium. Merchants playing the Goldpanners for the division win. Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Bogots with a 1-2 count to Blake Porter. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and the bag is stolen easily. Cole Carter finally got a clean run, and he took the bag with ease, and the Merchants need to be really careful now with 2 in scoring position and a 2-2 count to the 5th hitter, Blake Porter. Bogots will come set. Big pitch here. The 2-2 will step off and reset. 2-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. No score in the bottom of the first inning. Blake Porter will see the 7th pitch of the at-bat when Bogarts comes home. Bogart readies. The set. And the 2-2 pitch. It's in the dirt, and the count fills at 3-2. Bullpen quiet for the Merchants, as it needs to be. This is an important game, but with the knockout spot clinched already, the Merchants cannot afford to waste too many arms tonight. A 7-inning affair will help, and a mercy rule game this morning helps even more. The count is full. Runners on second and third. Bogarts comes set. The 3-2 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not, says the third base umpire playing at the shortstop position. Harold Pyatt comes out to argue. And the full count 2-out walk will load the bases. And a check swing. They say he didn't go, but the Merchants can't believe it. It'll put runners on every bag with 2 outs, and it'll bring up Aaron Kim hitting .250 on the season, the catcher for the Alaska Goldpanners. Bogarts thought he got out of it, so did Diego, but alas, need to face one more guy in Aaron Kim. It's not exactly a friendly bat. He'll work from the stretch once again. Bogarts waits and delivers. The first pitch, it's up and in, nearly hitting Kim, and the count goes to 1-0.
Now batting the catcher, number 28, Aaron Kim.
Bogarts getting his signs. Infield playing deep. Outfield nearly straight up. Peterson playing slightly back and left. Here's the 1-0. It's off the plate, says the home plate umpire, and the count will go to 2-0. Two and 0 to Aaron Kim. Bases loaded, nowhere to put him. Bogarts needs to find an out. Shortstop on the grass. Everybody else near the cut. Bogarts readies. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's down low, and the count will go to 3-0. Harold Pyatt signaling out to his bullpen, telling him to get pumping. 2 outs, 3-0 count, and Bogarts needs to find a strike quickly. Jack Sheward going out to help warm up some of his pitchers. The backup catcher. Bogarts readies. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. Bogarts finds a foothold, and the count's 3-1.
Get him at the plate right here now.
Appears to be Trevor Cassell heading out to warm up for the Merchants. He would be in long relief today. Bogarts from the stretch. He delivers the 3-1. It's up and in, and the Merchants trail early. A bases loaded walk will drive in a run, and the Alaska Goldpanners pick up a run and lead this game by a score of 1-0 in the first.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Braxton Innes.
It'll bring up Braxton Innes, the right fielder, hitting .083 on the season. Bases still loaded, 2 outs. Bogarts looking for a quick out here. It's been mighty big to score the first run in these ball games between these clubs. As in both games they've played, the team that scored first has won and has been the only team that scored in that ballgame. Both games are shutouts. Here's the pitch. Down low, nearly through Diego, but he's able to hold on, and the count's 1-0. Tense times early for the Merchants in this 7-inning ball game. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors for the Goldpanners. They still have 3 aboard. 3 walks already, 3 consecutive walks by Jacob Bogarts. And this is the problem he's had this season. He is up to 11 walks on the year through 2 2/3 innings. This pitch is lifted up. Should be playable for Bryce Peterson. He's over by the line and makes the catch to retire the side. The Goldpanners get 1 run on 1 hit and leave the bases loaded. When we come back, Your Merchants will send Bryce Peterson, Jackson Swim, and Riley Parker to the plates. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Your Merchants trail early, 1-0 in the top of the second inning, and Bryce Peterson climbs in. And we'll watch a low strike number 1. Peterson hitting .238 on the season. He joined the Merchants in Grand Forks, a late addition, an ex-pro from the Indy League. Having a slow start to the year on offense and committed a couple errors on defense, but he's slowly starting to find his stride. Here's the 0-1. It's a swinging ball in towards the gap, and it'll get down and roll near the fence. The throw to second will be cut off by the shortstop, and a leadoff double to start the second inning. A great start for this one. For your Merchants, they'll bring up the team leader in slugging percentage, Jackson Swim.
The right fielder, Jackson Swim.
Swim leads in slugging percentage, on-base percentage, and OPS by virtue of leading in the other two categories. Runner on second base in Bryce Peterson, first hit of the ball game. Tanner delivers. The pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Swim also coming in early to work with Austin Hauk, getting their swings where they want them. They had some good-looking hacks in the cages, and they're happy with where their swing is for this time in the season. Swim works with an 0-1 count. Here she comes. The pitch fouled away, and the count will go to 0-2. I'd like to thank you all for watching back home or wherever you are watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. Reminder that tomorrow the Merchants will play in a semifinal game. Should they win, they will play at noon. If they lose, they will play at 9 a.m. Either way, that game will be available here. That ball is down and inside, and the count will go to 1-2. Swim takes some practice hacks. He's been working on some different swing motions, talking some swing theory with Austin Hauk and Jack Sheward and the like back at the hotel in the evenings. Here's the pitch. It's a lacing ball towards the gap. It'll get down and get near the wall. Peterson being sent. Swim with a foot-first slide into second. He's in there. And the Merchants have tied the ball game. An RBI double for Jackson Swim. He's 2 for 2 on the day with a double and 2 walks in that first game and a double here. What a day for Jackson Swim. He ties the ball game, 2 straight doubles.
44, the shortstop.
It'll bring up Riley Parker.
Come on, Riley, let's keep it going.
Riley Parker will come up to the plate with nobody out and a runner on second base. Swim with his lead. Here's the pitch. Swinging on the right field line, or left field line. It's fouled away. A great hack, but off. Foul. On deck is the catcher, Diego Altamirano. He'll be followed by Jake Tilley, who's in the hole. 1 run on 2 hits for the Merchants. 1 run on a single hit for the Goldpanners. Bogots gave up the lead, but the game is tied once again. Merchants looking for a lot more here. Parker shows bunt. It's popped up. It gets down. It's a foul ball off the edge of the grass, and the count will go to 0-2. Both the pitcher and the catcher knew it would be a tough play, let it go, and it, sure enough, kicked foul. Diego helping out.
Me, that's the shortstop, Riley Parker.
Picking up the bat as the PA announcer corrects himself. Thought he was going to have to go down and make sure they had the names right. But 0-2 the count. Nobody out. 2 straight doubles. Bryce Peterson and Jackson Swim in order. Scored a run and tied the ball game at 1. Tanner Inuot delivers the pitch up high. A jumping save by Kim to keep that ball in front of him. Parker looking to give the Merchants a lead in this ball game. Merchants 2-0 in pool play as well as the Goldpanners. This one's popped up in foul territory. Third baseman's over, and he'll make the play. Swim tags up, and the play is recorded for out number 1. And it'll bring up Diego Altamirano, the starting catcher for your Merchants. Diego batting .250 on the year.
The catcher, number 24,
the slugging percentage up at .413. Good slugging numbers. And he's been excellent behind the dish all season long. Lefty bat with a bit of an unconventional swing. His feet start nearly touching in the back of the box before exploding forward in his motion. Swim on at second. Here's the pitch. Check swing. He wins. And that's strike number 1. Swim will get his lead. Tanner on the mound. Gets his signs. Looks back. Infield vacates. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball. Just fair up the first base line. He snares it. The first baseman grabs it. Runs it to the bag for out number 2. But it'll move Jackson Swim up to third base. And bring to the dish Jake Tilley. Tilley with a big-time home run out to right field, or left field rather, in Grand Forks. He's hitting .225 on the year, but those numbers are up as he's been having a bit of a hot tear here as of late. He stands in. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss at a ball down low. On deck, Nick Anderson sent down to the 9-hole to turn this lineup over as he's been getting on board at a high clip. Here's the wind and the pitch. The 0-1 is grounded foul down the third base line, and the count will go to 0-2. Well, the 0-2 pitch is on its way. Here it comes. It's up high, and the count goes to 1-2. High fastball, often setting up a breaking ball away. We'll see what comes next. Infield playing regular depth. Outfield slightly in. Right fielder in a few more steps. Tanner sets the wind and the pitch. It's well inside, nearly hitting Tilley. And the count goes to 2-2. Tilley leads the team in hit by pitches by a mile. He's been hit 9 times this season. Next closest is only 4 hit by pitches. That's Sam Linscott. So it's a way that Tilley's been able to get aboard. That ball spoiled away, and the count will stay at 2-2. A painful way to get aboard, but counts the same as a walk or a single. So it's an effective way for Tilley. He's been able to wear a few pitches and get aboard. The count is 2-2 with Nick Anderson on deck and Jackson Swim on at third base. Tilly looking to drive him home. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But the Merchants get a run on 2 hits and leave a man. When we come back, the top of the second inning, Ben McKay, Grant DeLapp, and Griffin McCormick will be up for the Goldpanners. Bogots looks to keep the score even when we return. Welcome back to Kamloops International Baseball Tournament as Ben McKay climbs in at a 1-1 ball game in the bottom of the second inning. Bogots climbs back in looking for better results in this inning, and he starts off on the right foot with a strike. Oh and 1, Bogots working from the wind. Here it comes. The 0-1 pitch is taken for a strike. A beautiful location by Bogots, and the count will go to 0-2. I'd like to remind everyone, if the Merchants were to win today, they would face up against the Calgary Dinos at 12 o'clock tomorrow. However, with a loss, the team would visit Seattle. This pitch fouled away. That game would be at 9 a.m. In either case, the game will be available here on the Merchants YouTube channel, as all Merchant games are this season. I'd like to thank you all for watching back home or wherever you watch Seven Merchants Baseball. Jacob Bogots working with an 0-2 count. Nobody out, nobody on. Here's the pitch. It's lifted into center field. Linscott on a run. He's got it, and he makes the catch in center field for out number 1. That'll bring up 9-hole hitter Grant DeLapp, hitting 172 on the season.
That brings to the plate
Bogots
number 19, Grant.
Through 1 1/3 here. It's officially his longest outing on the year. Pitching two 1-inning appearances and failing to record an out in his 3rd appearance. Here's the pitch. Little low, and the count goes to 1-0. Once again, I'd like to remind everybody that the poor video quality is something we regret greatly, as this pitch is also down low, and the count goes to 2-0. Canadian internet is quite expensive for U.S. cellular providers, so we get a very limited amount, which we used up in Grand Forks. Audio should come through clearly, and the high-quality backup that we have recording on our computer at the moment will be available as soon as I get back to my hotel room after the conclusion of this game. This pitch is a line shot up the middle over both Bogots and Austin Hawk. And a one-out single gets a base runner aboard. And Grant DeLapp reaches on that single, brings up Griffin McCormick, who's 0 for 1 today. Bogots once again giving up a one-out hit.
Griffin McCormick.
Bogots looking to get out of this jam. It has yet to allow a hit with runners on. but has given up 7 walks in these situations. Needs to be careful here. Time called by Griff McCormick, and he'll step out and reset. Up next is Colin Runji. He's 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored. Came aboard on the 3 consecutive walks in the first inning. 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. Ball game is tied at 1 apiece. Pickoff to first is not in time, nothing doing as the runner gets back safely. Bogarts knows the importance of this game as this team has been up early the last several days playing baseball games. Would love to get a couple extra hours of sleep tomorrow night. Or tonight, rather. This pitch over, not in time. Tilly gets the tag down, but the runner's back in plenty of time. Bogarts worried about the stolen bag. 1 out. McCormick has yet to see a pitch. Here she comes. Runner bluffs. This pitch is down and away, and Diego thought about a back pick, but ran out of time. One and 0 the count to McCormick. He's playing first base tonight, .269 hitter on the year, but is yet to record a hit tonight, 0 for 1. Breeze from right to left. Infield playing middle depth. And he got him the pickoff move. What an excellent move there. They catch him leaning. And the 1-3 put out. It was a fantastic pickoff move. Grant a lap a little too comfortable with the lackluster pickoff moves of Bogarts. He got a good one. A good move over, and the bases are now clean with 2 outs. And a 1-0 counts to Griff McCormick. Here's the wind, and the pitch swung on and fouled back into the netting behind home plate, and the count will even at 1-1. A massive out number 2 keeps the bases clean, and Bogarts can pitch a little more relaxed here, knowing no one's behind him. Infield playing towards the lines. Here's the pitch. It's a little high, and the count goes to 2-1. Bryce Peterson has been playing very deep all game. This is actually playing about as in as I've seen this game. This pitch lifted up towards center. Charging is Sam Linscott, and he'll make the catch on the run. A 1-2-3 inning after a pickoff retires Grant DeLapp after a 1-out single. And the Goldpanners go in order. Nick Anderson, Patrick Chung, and Austin Hawk up next. 9-1-2 looks to give the Merchants the lead as we head to the top of the 3rd inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Nick Anderson climbs in the top of the 3rd inning, a 1-1 ball game. Both teams 1 run on 2 hits, no errors. And here's the pitch. It's taken for a strike on the outside corner. Nick Anderson hitting .200 on the season. I'm not sure why his point streak average is 190. I have it at 200 here in my stats. His on-base percentage is 346. Good numbers is why he's turning over the lineup here in the 9-hole, and this ball is fouled away. And Bo Black in no play on the ball, and it's a bit of a slow move there by the third base coach. He'll hear from that when he gets back to the dugout. And an 0-2 count to Nick Anderson. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a check swing, a low swing rather, and the ball is just barely spoiled. Patrick Chung over to pick it up. He'll be up next. Merchants only 2 base runners on the evening, both on doubles. Bryce Peterson and Jackson Swim coming around to score a run. Here's the pitch. It's fouled away, and the count will stay 0-2. Big time game here for both teams. The winner gets to avoid the studs until the finals. Here's the pitch. Low and away, and the count will go to 1-2. Anderson has taken his walks this year. Second on the team in walks. Leader in RBIs with 16 ribbies on the year. Here's the pitch. It's low and away, and the battle continues. The count goes to 2-2. The 7th pitch coming up next for Nick Anderson. 2-2 count. Here's the wind. And the pitch. It's swung on and missed for strike 3. And the first out is recorded. Nick Anderson down on strikes. They'll bring up Patrick Chung, the leadoff man who's 0 for 1 tonight. Leader in batting average is Patrick Chung. Leader in at-bats is Patrick Chung. He's got 29 hits on the year. He also leads the team in total bases, runs, and average. He's their best hitter on the Merchants by a mile. 49 total bags, 18 hits, or 18 runs, 29 hits, and the pitch is on the way. It's a swinging strike number 1. Fooled him on a breaking ball outside. 363 batting average is the best on the team. Only 3 points over Jackson Swim. His Swim has been on a hot tear as of late. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted out towards right, but it's sky high. In is the right fielder, and he'll make the catch about midway between the cut of the grass and the outfield wall for out number 2, and he'll bring up Austin Hawk with 2 away. Hawk leads the team in walks, 16 free passes on the year, and batting average of 261, or 281 rather, but an on-base percentage up at 407, so good numbers for Hawk. With 2 outs, he also leads the team in 2-out walks with 7, but his batting average at 188. He shows bunt, but will instead pull back and take a high ball. Lynn Scott would be up next. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Tanner, the pitcher, looks in. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He'll pull back and take it 2-0. Austin Hawk was practicing his bunts in the cage earlier today. He got down a couple that he was confident would be base hits. If he could do it again in a game, he may be trying to do that again. Hawk will swing away. This pitch lifted, settling in right field, but the catch is made. A fly out to right will end the side, and the Merchants go in order. When we come back, Alaska will send Colin Runji, Bryant Nakagawa, and Cole Carter. When we come back, Bo has to look to keep the score where it's at. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament.
Now batting
1-1 tie here in the bottom of the third inning. We apologize for the graphics delay as I forgot to make an edit there. My apologies. Colin Runge up. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a double in the first inning. He came around to score, the only one of the game for the Goldpanners, and he'll take a ball outside from Jacob Bogots. Bogots through 2 innings, allowed only 1 run on 2 hits and 3 free passes. He's out again to work the third inning. Here's the wind, and Bogots' pitch is a strike at the knees. A good location there, and the count will leave it at 1-1. Quick discussion between the home plate umpire and Colin Runge, trying to decide where that plate is. Friendly discussion, and this pitch is swung on and missed, and the backswing catches Diego in the helmet. He'll walk it out to his pitcher to try to shake the cobwebs out. Takes his helmet off. That one stings. Harold asking his catcher if he's all right. He is. He'll throw his helmet back on and set back up behind the dish. Diego's taken some shots this year, but a tough kid. He's yet to leave the game with one. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a line shot into center. Sam Linscott will watch it drop. A leadoff single in the third inning for the Alaska Goldpanners will bring up the designated hitter, Bryant Nakagawa. Nakagawa is 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning.
Designated hitter number 12.
409 hitter on the year. Looking to drive ahead, Colin Runge. The third inning runs becoming more important as we remind folks at home this is a 7-inning game here in Kamloops. Rain has wreaked havoc on this tournament, but it appears that they'll get all the games in they need to before Championship Sunday tomorrow. Here's the stretch and the pitch. It's taken for a ball outside. And the count's 1-0. Breeze starting to stiffen slightly out towards left. 320 down the lines and 400 dead center here in this symmetrical ballpark in a beautiful location in in Kamloops, British Columbia. Jacob Bogots comes set. Pickoff move to first. Nothing doing. Runners respecting Bogots a little bit more after his pickoff in the second inning. Grant Alapa raced on a pickoff move. Bogots working from the stretch. Here's the pitch. The 1-0 well outside, and the count will go to 2-0. Once again, folks, we may run out of battery on our internet hotspot. We apologize in advance, as I forgot to remind our owner to remember to bring his charger to the ball game today. If that is the case, we will have the game in its entirety in a backup recording that'll be uploaded within an hour of the end of this ball game. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's a swinging foul ball down the right field line, but out of play. Out past the grandstands, and the count will go to 2-1. Nobody out. Bogots looking for a double play ball here. He's through 2+. Helping that ERA. He was hit around, or he walked a bunch of men against the Seattle Studs to really balloon that ERA. Here's the throw back, and it's not in time. 2-1 remains the count with a man on first base, and Colin Runge takes his lead. Significantly shorter than the leads taken earlier in this ball game. On deck is Cole Carter. Bogots will step off and take a moment to reset. Bogots will collect the signs and look over. Big out here. Infield playing towards the middle. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. It's inside. And the rag is stolen easily. 3-1 the count. Colin Runge with his second stolen bag of the night. He stole third in the first. He stole second here. And the Goldpanners are in business. Bryant Nakagawa can drive in the go-ahead run with a base knock. And with nobody out, they'll have a couple shots at it. Bogots collects the signs and time is called. will reset. Bogarts re-engages with the rubber. Infield shifted slightly to the right. Linscott slightly to his right in the outfield, and Jackson Swim playing shallow in right. Infield vacates. Runner bluffs. Here's the pitch. It's taken, a bouncing ball. It is protected, and the walk is issued to Brian Nakagawa, and a no-out walk. We'll put 2 runners on and nobody out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Your Merchants in a big spot here once again in a tie ball game.
Cole Carter.
Cole Carter up. He has yet to record a at bat as he walked in his first appearance of the evening in a 9-pitch battle with Jacob Bogarts. Action in the pen for your Merchants. A number of pitchers warming up. Reminder, left fielder Bryce Peterson is available today. He will likely pitch at some point. Merchants would then lose their designated hitter spot and lose Chung's productivity at the plate, but pitching is important in this tournament-style baseball. Runner goes, button shown, the pitch is down low, and another stolen bag. Both runners advance on a ball in the dirt. 2 stolen bags, and runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. A big spot now for Bogarts. 3 stolen bags in the inning, 4 on the game, and a 1-0 count to Cole Carter. Things are getting tricky. Infield plays in for a potential play at the plate. The infield playing normal depths, shaded ever so slightly towards the left side. Bogarts delivers the 1-0. It's a line shot into center field. Linscott charges. 1 run scores. The throw to the plate, and he is out. A terrible decision to send the runner. 1 run scores on the double. The other is thrown out. An RBI double, but Brian Nakagawa is thrown out at the dish. 8-2 goes the out. 1 out, a runner on 2nd base. They're going to come out and argue that Diego was blocking the plate before he had the ball, but that was not an issue. I believe that he didn't have to avoid Diego before the tag was applied. This should be all right, but we'll have an argument anyways. I see the points. It is a legitimate argument that could be had, but I don't believe that rule applies in this particular situation. We will see. We'll have a quick discussion. It continues at home plate. Diego and Jacob will discuss out near the mound. At the moment, the score is 2-1 Goldpanners over the Merchants. The discussion continues at the dish. Fairly civil conversation. Blake Porter will be up next with 1 out and a runner on 2nd base. A 2-1 Alaska lead. Alaska wants that run. I don't think they're going to win this argument. I don't see how you can overturn this decision by the home plate umpire. This discussion's getting longer. At some point, you have to tell the manager that he can't argue with the call on the field. But in the meantime, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors for the Goldpanners. 1 run on 2 hits for the Merchants. No errors as well. And a long delay here. The crew chief coming over to break it up, as this is starting to get a little absurd. And we're signaling to get back underway. Harold Pyatt coming out now, as he might want a couple warm-up pitches. And now we have a pitching change as Harold Pyatt motions for his lefty out of the bullpen. And we'll get his number when we come back. You're watching Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. We'll be back. Welcome back. After a lengthy argument with the home plate umpire and a pitching change, we're finally back to action. Mickey Coyne, the lefty, up on the mound. He'll face Blake Porter, who walked in the first inning with a runner on second base, 2 on the score, and 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Bogart's night is done. He went 2 1/3 innings, about what the Merchants wanted out of him in this appearance. This pitch is swung on and missed. The runner bluffed, and Diego, it looks like he might have got a piece of that bat. But he's okay. He gets up. It's a tough young catcher for the Merchants. Merchants only carrying 2 catchers at the moment, so the health of both guys is important. We do have a couple of emergency catchers, but they haven't caught a game in a couple years. We would not want to throw them in a tournament. That could be an interesting situation. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a lifted ball into center field. That will get down. No, it will get down. They play it on a hop, says the second base umpire. I thought it might have been caught, but instead a single will put runners on the corners. It will initiate the double play opportunity, however, with the runner on first base, setting up the force play at second. We'll bring up Aaron Kim, who's 0 for 0 with an RBI walk in the first. Mickey Coyne, on 6 appearances, has a 1-0 record with 6 innings pitched, 4 hits, no runs allowed, 3 strikeouts, and 2 walks given up on the young season. He's responsible for the runner on first. The runner on third belongs to Bogarts. This pitch is a little outside, says the home plate umpire. And the count goes to 0-1. A beautiful night for baseball, a partly cloudy sky, and a bit of a brisk temperature with a light breeze that is starting to die. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed, and it'll even the count at 1-1. Temperature just above 60 degrees here, and rain not in the forecast until about 3 a.m., it says Apple weather, so we're in good shape to get this game in unless something changes. Good news for both sides. Here's the pitch, lifted down near the dugout, over is Altamirano, but it's out of play, and the count will go to 1-2. Coyne looking to keep the scoreline where it's at. The Merchants will need to pick up at least a run in the next 4 innings to tie this ball game back up. On deck is Braxton Innes, who's 0 for 1. 1 out here. Merchants looking for a double play ball. A runner on third base is Cole Carter. Mickey Coyne steps off and now reestablishes the lefty hurler. Comes home. Here's the pitch. It's a little outside, says the home plate umpire, and the count will even at 2-2. 5 men left aboard, or 3 men left aboard so far, and the 2 on right now for Alaska on 5 hits. 2 runs have crossed the plate for Alaska. No errors in this ball game yet. A run on 2 hits for the Merchants. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. First strike 3 in the second out of the inning is recorded. A mighty big one, as any out would get out of the inning for the Merchants. And Braxton Innes comes to the plate 0 for 1 with a fly out. He's hitting .083 on the year. But from what I remember from Grand Forks, an excellent arm out in left field, or in right field rather. He made some excellent plays in both the Merchant game and in other games up in the Grand Forks tournament, in what was an excellent display of a lot of the top teams from around the country at this collegiate level. Mickey Coyne can close the book on Jacob Bogarts with an out here. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs. It's a ground ball booted by Anderson. The throw across is not in time, and E5 will score a run, and the inning continues. And the Alaska Goldpanners get another run on the error committed by the third baseman. An unearned run for Jacob Bogarts, and that'll close the book on Jacob. 2 earned runs on 2 hits and 5 walks, or excuse me, 3 hits and 5 walks.
The second baseman, number 7, Ben.
He also picked up a strikeout. 3-1 the lead now. Alaska over your Merchants. The score through 3, or 2 2/3 is equal to the score of the first 2 games combined. This is a relative barn burner of offensive proportions for these two squads, as a swinging strike one will start the count at 0-1. Braxton Innes at first base on an error. Blake Porter on at second. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and the count goes to 0-2. Merchants have given up 2 runs on 3 hits and an error in this inning. There's 2 aboard. Here's the pitch from Coyne. The 0-2 is a little outside. Tried to get him to chase, but instead wastes a pitch, and the count goes to 1-2. Was a tough play by Anderson, but an error indeed. Here's the pitch from Coyne. It's low and inside, and the count will even at 2-2. Coyne struggling slightly with his command in this outing. He's only walked 2 men entering this ball game. Now 3 with that, or excuse me, now still 2. He's yet to walk a man. That was an error that reached the batter. My apologies. 4 walks on the evening for Jacob Bogarts. Coyne comes set, checks the runners. Infield vacates. The pitch is lifted right to swim. He backpedals and will make the catch for out number 3, and that'll retire the side. But the Goldpanners pick up 2 runs on 3 base hits, 1 error, and leave 2 aboard. When we come back, your Merchants will send Sam Linscott, Bryce Peterson, and Jackson Swim, the heart of their lineup, to the dish in the top of the 4th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back. Sam Linscott will lead things off in the top of the 4th inning. Merchants trail the Alaska Goldpanners 3-1. Linscott 0 for 1 tonight, and he'll take a called strike on the inside corner. Bryce Peterson on deck. He's 1 for 1. He'll be followed by Jackson Swim, also 1 for 1. They have the only 2 hits on the night for the Merchants. Here's the pitch to Sam. It's a swing and a miss. Quickly 0-2 goes the count. Merchants in need of base runners. Sam needs to battle here. Down 0-2. Here she comes. The 0-2 inside, and the count will go to 1-2. Merchants, if with a loss in this ball game, should this result stand, would face off against Seattle at 9 a.m. The Studs have swept the Merchants 4-0 this season, and that ball is down low, and the count will go to 2-2. Bryce Peterson on deck. He's doubled and scored in his only plate appearance of the evening. Merchants wearing black tops, white pants, and white lettering. Here's the pitch. It's a check swing chopper. Tough play for the third baseman. He barehands it, and the throw across is in time, says the first base umpire. The pitcher can't believe it. Sam Linscott thought he was safe, and that was a tough play and an excellent play by the third baseman. And that'll bring up Bryce Peterson, and there's an injured Goldpanner on the field. We'll take a quick peek on him. It appears to be the third baseman on that play. He may have injured himself. We'll take a quick break, and if there's a roster change, we'll let you know. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back. Bryce Peterson climbs in with 1 out, and excellent play by the Goldpanners first baseman, who appeared to injure himself. That's Colin Runge over there at third base, but he's okay. He stays in the game, and the pitch to Peterson is swung through and missed for strike one. Peterson entering this game, a .238 hitter on the season. His double to lead off or start this game will help those matters. On deck is Jackson Swim, who's 1 for 1 with an RBI. Here's the pitch to Peterson. It's taken for a ball, and the count will go to 1-1. Swim taking his practice hacks in the on-deck circle. He'll be followed by Riley Parker should he be needed. Sam Linscott thought he had an infield single, but an incredible throw by Runge erased him at first. This pitch fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for watching at home or wherever they watch Everett Merchants Baseball. We are thankful for you tuning in and watching this team compete all summer long in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. This pitch is lifted to right field. It's in the corner. A tough play. A sliding play is not made. An error committed by the right fielder. And Peterson reaches on an E9 as the sliding play not made. And a bad call off there. Braxton Innes calling off his infielders who had a better play at it. And it'll give the Merchants a 1-out base runner and the second leader in batting average, who possibly passed Patrick Chung in this game already. They were only 0.03 of a percentage point apart. And the leader in slugging percentage up to the bat. Here's the pitch to Swim. It's taken in the dirt, and the count goes to 1-0. Merchants have the tying run at the dish here in the top of the fourth inning. 3-1, your Merchants trail the Goldpanners in this group final. Here's the pitch. Swim checks his swing. It's a called strike. Looks a little low and away. Swim didn't like it, but he'll climb back in and face a 1-1 count. Long hold, and time is called, not granted, and a strike is called. Jackson Swim now discussing with the umpire. That time was called well before the windup began. But you have to have that time granted by the umpire or it's not official. Swim stepped out at his own risk, and he was burned by it. The 1-2 count is inside, and the count will even. And once again, he calls time. Swim is now arguing with the home plate umpire, a pretty mild-mannered guy, and they're having a discussion in the batter's box now. And already a couple of rubs with the home plate umpire by this Merchant side. Here's the pitch. It's a called ball, maybe a bit of a gift of a ball call there. The Merchants will take it, and the count will fill at 3-2. Riley Parker on deck. And Bryce Peterson on at first base on an error by the right fielder. Here's the full count pitch. It's lifted into right, down the line, and the play will be made by the first baseman in foul territory for the second out of the inning. It'll bring up Riley Parker with 2 away and 1 on. Swim not happy with what happened at that at bat, but Riley Parker up, and he needs to get aboard for the Merchants to keep this inning going. Diego up on deck. He'll be followed by Tilly. Here's the pitch. Parker swings and lines it out of play on the right side, and the count will go to 0-1. Frustration by the Merchants already tonight, but only 2 runs away from tying this ball game here in the top of the 4th inning. A 7-inning affair tonight. Unless the game is tied, they will play extras until a winner is decided. Here's the pitch. It's high, and the count will even at 1-1. Riley Parker playing an excellent shortstop position on defense. Offense has not been there this year, batting under 200 all season, but his defense more than makes up for it. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. It's inside. The throw down is not in time. And the stolen bag for Bryce Peterson is first of the year. Peterson showing some speed on the base paths. 2-1 the count. Parker has a chance to drive in a run with a base hit into the gap. Peterson, 2 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to 3-1. Parker, 4 walks on the season. On base percentage at .206, at batting average of .123. Here's the pitch to Parker. It's a swing and a spoiled pitch. It was chased one in the dirt, and the count will fill with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. A great pitch there to get Riley Parker to chase, and the count is full with 2 outs. Peterson will be on the move. No one holding the runner. Here's the set. And the pitch is fouled away, and the count will even. Peterson did not go on that pitch, perhaps knowing he would likely score regardless of whether he was on the move or not on a well-hit ball. Infield playing back, outfielders shaded in, with the exception of the center fielder, who's at normal depth. Now he shades in. Here's the full count pitch. It's swung on down the line into right field. That'll get down. The Peterson rounding third. He will score easily. Then Parker with an RBI single drives in a run and cuts the deficit to 3-2. And your Merchants will send Diego Altamirano to the plate with 2 outs and 1 runner aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. A clutch piece of hitting there by Riley Parker brings up the catcher Riley Parker, or brings up the Parker, or excuse me, I'll start that all over. Brings up the catcher Diego Altamirano with 2 outs. Ball boy comes out, or perhaps, no, not the ball boy, a player comes out, delivers some baseballs to the home plate umpire, Steve Koenig, coaching first base for your Merchants, while Bo Blacken stands at third. Runner on first is Riley Parker. He's got some speed. And Diego Altamirano stands in his left-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and spoiled away into the netting. The Merchants have answered every time Alaska has scored. Need 1 more to tie the ball game. 2 runs on 4 hits, 1 error against for the Merchants. 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors for the Goldpanners. Time called, and they grant time this time. Diego takes a couple practice hacks. And he'll climb back in. Jake Tilley on deck. He would be up next. He's 0 for 1. Diego is 0 for 1 as well, hitting .250 on the year. Looking for a base knock. 19 total bags for Diego. Here's the pitch. It's a strike taken, and the count's 0-2. Jake Tilley on deck. He's up next. Nearly dark here in Kamloops. There's still a little sunlight around to the top of that mountain that you cannot see on your video screen. 0-2 count. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. It's spoiled away, and the count will stay 0-2. Parker had a good jump there, but Diego had to protect, as that ball would have likely been called a strike. 0-2, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Merchants have already plated a run with the help of an error and a RBI single. Tanner gets set, working from the stretch. Here she comes. Runner goes. It's spoiled away into the left field bleachers, and the count will stay 0-2.
Got this, Diego. Winner right here, bud.
Diego Altamirano with the chance to move the runner ahead and bring up Jake Tilley, who's swinging a hot bat the last few games. Big at-bat here for the Merchants. Down by a run in the top of the 4th inning in this 7-inning affair. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swung on and lifted into left field. Drifting over, and the play will be made to end the inning. Merchants pick up 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left aboard. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your Merchants trail the Goldpanners 3-2. Welcome back to Norbrook Stadium here in Kamloops, British Columbia. Merchants trail the Goldpanners 3-2 in the bottom of the 4th inning. Grant that is Grant DeLapas. I made an error in my scorecard. I apologize. Recorded the out on the same person that reached on the error. Grant DeLap up next, and he'll take a strike on the inside corner, and we're underway. Beautiful pitch by Mickey Coyne, finding that inside corner. It's been a fruitful spot on the plate for Merchants pitchers this evening. The battery working quite well. Diego and his pitchers. Here's the pitch. It's a little low, and the count rather goes to 1-1. On deck, leadoff man Griffin McCormick, followed by Colin Runge. Those will be the first 3 ups to the plate in this inning. Coyne delivers, and it's swung and fouled away, spoiled down the first base line. The kids go running after that ball, as each foul ball collected is worth $2 Canadian at the concession stand. I'd like to thank you all for watching Everett Merchants Baseball, wherever you watch, whether it's at home in the States, up here in Canada, or up in Alaska. We thank you all for watching. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and lifted sky high. Coyne calls everybody off, and he'll let it drop, and it's an infield single. Runner reaches. Miscommunication there by the battery. And an unfortunate break will put the 9-hole hitter aboard. Now we're waiting for the official score decision.
Baseman, number 11, Griffin McCormick.
And they will award a hit on that. That is a base hit. And they have actually not made an official decision yet, but we'll roll it a base hit for the moment. It'll bring up Griffin McCormick. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. Bunt pulled back. It's a pass ball between the legs of Diego Altamirano. He's digging for third. Instead pulls back. And a passed ball will move ahead Grant DeLapp. Into scoring position. Nobody out. Out comes Harold Pyatt. We may be seeing another pitching change or maybe just a mound visit. We will see in just a moment. There's activity in the pen. And Harold Pyatt coming out and talking about that play down the line that got a runner on, now a runner in scoring position, and Harold Pyatt not happy with his infield. Having a quick discussion. I'd like to remind you that tomorrow the Merchants will play in a semifinal game either at 9 a.m. against the Seattle Studs or at noon against the Calgary Dinos. Either way, that game will be available here on this YouTube channel. And we like to thank you for watching. Once again, a reminder that the high-quality video version of this broadcast will be available after the game within about an hour of the final out recorded video. The video will be uploaded to YouTube. We apologize for the lack of high-speed internet in Canada with our American cell company. Grant DeLapp takes his lead. He's on board on a base hit. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. It's popped foul. And the count goes to 1-1. Two runs on 3 hits, 1 error for the Merchants. 3 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Goldpanners. Looking for more here. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He pulls back. It's a ball in the dirt that Diego hangs on to. And the count goes to 2-1. Tilly and Nick Anderson playing on the cut of the grass. Parker playing nearly behind the bag, and Hawks shifted over. Bunt shown. He pulls back, says the home umpire, and the count goes to 3-1. Need to find the strike zone here, does Mickey Coyne. Activity in the pin. Can't quite make out a number from here. Three and one, nobody out, runner on second on a pass ball and a single. Light breeze out towards left. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He pulls back and takes ball 4. And there's 2 runners on with Colin Runge up next. And nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting the third baseman, number 15, Colin Runge.
Colin Runge up next for the Goldpanners. Runners on first and second on a single, a pass ball, and a walk. Infield corners playing in. Bunt should be on with nobody out. Coyne looks in, checks his runners, and delivers. Bunt shown. He gets it down. It's popped up. Coyne bobbles. No play. And an infield single will load the bases with nobody out in the inning. And the Merchants in some trouble now. The infield will play in with Brian Nakagawa up next. A ground ball. They'll go to the dish for 1. The double play at the plate is in order with the bases jammed. Activity in the bullpen continues. Merchants getting a pitcher warm in the pen. Here's the pitch from Coyne. It's low. For ball one. That's number 23, Bryce Peterson, the left fielder. Merchants would lose their DH. Should Peterson enter the ball game, we would lose Chung. Apologize, I saw the wrong number. Swinging strike. That's actually number 27 warming up in there, Jackson Weber. 6 appearances, 11 1/3 innings pitched. Counts 1-1 on Nakagawa. Double play would be huge. The Merchants looking to cut a run down at the plate. Should they be needed? Or should it be an issue? A strike call at the knees. A great pitch from Coyne. Getting the call there. 0 for 1 is Nakagawa. He reached on a walk and was thrown out at the plate in the 3rd inning. This game would be a different ball game if he was safe there. 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's swung on. Hawk will play it on a hop. Over to second for 1. A tough play to first. He's safe. And the fielder's choice will score a run. And it's 4-2. On the 4-6 put out on the fielder's choice. Runners on the corners with 1 out. And Alaska leads 4-2.
Fielder number 20, Cole Carter.
4-2. Your score, 4 runs on 7 hits, 1 error for the Goldpanners, 2 runs on 3 hits and an error for the Merchants. And they're actually ruling Grant a lapse single, an error on the pitcher. So we will change our score as well to reflect that. There's now 2 errors on the Merchants, and that pitch is a called strike at the knees. So now 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors against for the Merchants, and 4 runs on 6 hits and an error against the Goldpanners. Our score line does not completely reflect the score line of the official score, and we will take a peek at that in just a moment. But at the meantime, runners on the corners, 0-1 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Yeah, strike called at the knees, and an excellent pitch. 0-2 to Cole Carter, who's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk and an RBI double. He came around to score an unearned run in the 3rd inning. Big spot for your Merchants. They'll have 3 chances to score 2 runs unless this lead gets bigger. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and lifted. It's a gapper. Over to cut it off is Sam. He has it. The throw in will be cut off by Jake Tilley. A sacrifice fly will play to run, and the lead is 5-2. The runner at first retreats. Blake Porter up with 2 outs, and the score is 5-2.
That fly brings to the plate the center fielder, Blake Porter.
Porter, 1 for 1 tonight with a single and a walk. 153 batting average on the season. Looking to move the runner ahead and bring up Aaron Kim, who has had a great year against the Merchants this season. Coyne comes set. Here he comes. The pitch is swung on and spoiled away down the left field line, and the count is 0-1. Coyne is allowing a batting average of 0.83 with runners on. Like to keep that going here. He's given up 1 hit already with runners on. Like to avoid doing that again here. 2 runs on 1 hit and an error so far for the Goldpanners. Coyne steps off. Time is called, and everyone will take a moment to reset. 0-1 the count. Blake Porter looking to move ahead his runner. It's Bryant Nakagawa at first base. Held by Tilley. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2. If the Merchants lose this ball game, they will be playing at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning against the Seattle Studs, facing a tough road to get to the finals. Long hold by Coyne. Now he comes set. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to 1-2. A good waste there. No need to challenge with a fastball in that situation. A breaking ball out will do. We'll change the eye angle, and we'll do it again. coin. After a long hold will come set. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ball. Got by Nick Anderson. Over in time for the out. And that will retire the side. But the Merchants give up 2 runs on 1 base hit and error. And 1 man left aboard. We head to the top of the 5th inning. Your Merchants trail the Goldpanners 5-2. Welcome back. Jake Tilley will lead off the top of the 5th inning. Your Merchants trail 5-2 to the Goldpanners in a game that'll let them avoid the studs in the first round and get a couple extra hours of sleep, as that's a swinging strike number 1 to start this inning. Play in the Grand Forks International Baseball Tournament here the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament here in Norbrook Field, or Norbrook Stadium. This pitch is a line shot, but foul, and allowed strike number 2. Nick Anderson up next. He will be followed by Patrick Chung and Austin Hawk. But first things first, Tilley looking to get aboard. Tilley, 143 hitter when he's leading off. Here's the pitch. It's up and in. Nearly hitting Tilley. And it's a 1-2 count. Leads the team and hit by pitches to lead off an inning, but a lot of guys at 1 there. So here's the 1-2. Up high, and the count will go to 2-2. Tilley's on-base percentage when leading off is a respectable .333. On deck is, as I mentioned, Nick Anderson. Here's the pitch to Tilley. It's down low, bounces away into the netting, and the count will go full. 3 straight balls. 3-2 the count. Merchants need base runners. They need 3 runs in the next 3 innings. Here's the pitch. The full count is swung on and missed for strike 3, and Tilley is retired on a swinging strikeout. Nick Anderson up next. 0 for 1 tonight.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Nick Anderson.
Anderson is hitting has a batting average right at 200, right at the Mendoza line. 16 RBIs, batting average at 200. On-base percentage up at .346. Looking to get aboard here to bring up leadoff man Pat Trung. Here's the pitch. Up high, and the count goes to 1-0. Brisk night here. Wind starting to shift towards home plate from the right field side of the diamond. Here's the pitch. Swung and missed. May have got a piece of it, and the count goes to 1-1. A beautiful ballpark here in British Columbia. This team got to spend Canada Day and the 4th of July up north of the border with the lovely people of Canada. Here's the 1-1. It's swung on, lifted into center, trying to settle, but it's made. The play is made in center field. And that's out number 2. Will bring up Pat Chung, the leadoff man. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Batting average taking a bit of a hit here today, but he's still leading the team in batting average, up at 363 entering the ballgame. In a beautiful night in Grand Forks, Merchants looking for a comeback win. Here's the pitch. A ground ball up the middle, past the diving glove of the shortstop for a base hit into center field. A 2-out base runner for the Merchants. Patrick Chung gets the board, and Austin Hawk will climb up to the plates with a chance to move his leadoff partner along.
That base hit brings to the plate the second baseman, number 13.
Chung, Houck, up to bat. 0 for 2 tonight, flew out to right both times, looking for his first hit of the game. Merchants starting a mini rally here in the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. It's down low, ball dribbles away. Chung thought about it, but thought better and retreated to first base as that ball stayed close to the catcher and he would have been out. Patrick Chung, a former Goldpanner, knows a lot of the guys on this team quite well, including the catcher, Aaron Kim, who I'm sure would have had great fun throwing out his former teammate at second base. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a little dribbler to the shortstop who falls down, and an E6 will put Hawk aboard. 2 aboard now for the Merchants. That'll bring up Sam Linscott. And as Merchants bring the tying run to the plate in Sam Linscott, Bryce Peterson on deck and swim up next after him. A good spot for the Merchants.
Now batting number 22.
And out comes the manager. They're going to have a mound visit, and we're going to take a break. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Stay with us. Welcome back. Sam Linscott up with 2 aboard and 2 away here in the top of the 5th inning. Merchants have the tying run at the dish in this 5-2 ball game to decide the winner of this group. Winner avoids the studs in the first round. Here's the pitch. It's a strike of the knees, and the count goes to 0-1. The low strike has been called pretty consistently in this ball game, and the pitchers, or the batters rather, have had issues catching on. Linscott waves the bat. And comes set. Here's the pitch. It's taken low, and the count will even at 1-1. One and one, 2 aboard, 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Merchants mounting a mini rally here. Would love a base hit here from Sam Linscott. Here's the pitch. Sam swings and fouls it into the right field fence, right field bleachers, and the count will go to 1-2. Peterson on deck. He'd be next. He's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 runs. A good night for new Merchant Bryce Peterson. But first things first, Lynn Scott needs to reach. Tanner comes set. Working from the stretch, here it comes. The 1-2 is low and away, and the count will go to 2-2. Big time game here for the Merchants. Would love to avoid their division rival, Seattle Studs, in the first round. A date with Calgary sounds much better to this Merchant team, and a noon first pitch feels much better as well. Here's the 2-2. It's a chasing strike three. An excellent pitch on the outside corner and a weak hack by Sam Linscott will retire the side. 2 left on 1 hit and an error, and nobody crossing the plate. When we come back, the bottom of the 5th inning will be played, and the Goldpanners will look to add on. You're watching Government Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Apologize. My mic is now on. Mickey Coyne chugging along. He found the edge of the strike zone for the first pitch. This one spoiled away, and the count goes to 0-2. Bo Blacken runs out, grabs that baseball. 0-2, nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Merchants need to limit the damage. They trail 5-2. Reminder, this is a 7-inning contest here tonight due to the rain earlier in the week. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone, and that's out number 1. A great start. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and a strikeout on Aaron Kim. It'll bring up Braxton Innes with 1 out and nobody on. He's 0 for 2. He reached on an error by the third baseman. 2 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Merchants. 5 runs on 6 hits and 1 error for the for the home Goldpanners. Coyne winds and delivers the first pitch to Innes. It's a drag bunt attempted, but it's pushed foul, and the count will go to 0-1. Infield playing deep up the middle. Corners will likely crash on another bunt attempt. Outfield rather shifted to the left, except for Swim, who's straight up. Innes takes a pitch, fouled off. The bat behind his back, and the luckiest break of the season for Mickey Coyne. The count will go to 0-2 on the good luck foul ball on the bat on the shoulder. Pitch behind the head of Braxton Innes, but somehow manages to pick up a strike. And the 0-2 count with 1 out to Braxton Innes. Maybe that's signs of things to come in this game for the Merchants, because I don't think I've ever seen that before, a foul ball thrown behind a batter. Anyways, here's the 0-2 from Mickey Coyne. He winds and delivers. It's low and away. And the count will go to 1-2. Big smile on Mickey's face when he saw the foul ball signed by the home plate umpire. Looked like it might have caught a piece of the helmet, but instead off the bat. 1-2 the count, 1 out, nobody aboard in a 5-2 ball game. Coyne delivers. The pitch is check swing. It's a little low, and the count will even at 2-2. Two and 2, 1 out, nobody aboard. Ennis is 0 for 2. And an 0.83 batting average on the year. An error got him aboard in the 3rd. Here's the wind of the pitch. It's a check swing. Strike 3 called at the knees. The second strikeout looking off the inning by the Alaska Goldpanners will bring up Ben McKay, the 8-hole hitter, who's 0 for 2 tonight and a .321 average on the year.
Now batting at second baseman.
I'd like to thank all of our viewers from
Ben McKay.
wherever they may be watching this ball game. We appreciate all of your viewership as the Everett Merchants compete with teams from across the Northwest all summer long. This pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, and Mickey Coyne having himself a nice inning here in the 5th. 0-1, 2 outs, 2 Ks on the inning. Here's the pitch from Coyne. Called strike in the same spot, and the count goes to 0-2. Bullpen is relatively quiet for the Merchants. Some action brewing in the Panners pen. Infield deep. Here's the 0-2. Swinging strike 3, and the inning is retired in order. Mickey Coyne strikes out the side, and that'll send us to the top of the 6th inning. Your Merchants will send Bryce Peterson, Jackson Swim, and Riley Parker to the dish, looking for 3 in the next 2 innings. You're watching Everett Merchants baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back. New pitcher, Derek Lumbaugh, for the Alaska Goldpanners. Tanner Inyote's night is over as there's some dancing in the Merchants dugouts. Bryce Peterson will lead off the inning. 2 for 2 tonight with a pair of runs scored. And the Merchants need to rally badly. Down 5-2. They face the prospect of playing their 3rd consecutive game before 9 a.m. And a date with the Seattle Studs is up next without a 3-run rally in these next 2 innings. Here's the first pitch to Peterson. It's a swinging, spoiled pitch behind the plate, and the count goes to 0-1. Merchants in their black tops, white pants, and white lettering. Goldpanners in navy tops, gray pants, and yellow lettering. And the pitcher steps off. Alamba wants to see those signs one more time. He gets it from the windup. Here's the pitch. It's inside, and the count will leave it at 1-1. That was in tight on Peterson. Jackson Swim on deck. He'll be followed by Riley Parker, who's in the hole. Swim 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI double. Here's the pitch. Up and in, and the count goes to 2-1. Big spot for the Merchants. The heart of their lineup up now. The tail end of it, rather. Peterson, Swim, and Parker. He'll be followed by Altamirano and Jake Tilley, should they be needed. Here's the pitch. It's down low, and the count goes to 3-1. 3-1 the count to Bryce Peterson. 2 runs scored for Peterson on the evening. He has scored both of the runs by the Merchants tonight. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss, and the count will even at 3-2. Peterson takes his time, climbs back in. The first full count he's seen tonight. First 2-ball count he's seen tonight. Here's the pitch, and it's a swinging ground ball up the left side. He's 3 for 3. It's a single to lead off the inning for Bryce Peterson. And it'll bring up Jackson Swim with a man aboard and nobody out. And the Merchants look to get something going here in this top of the 6th inning.
Now batting the right fielder, number 37, Jackson Swillen.
Jackson Swim climbs in with a runner on first. Nobody out. And Riley Parker on deck. Alumba looks in and delivers the pitch. It's a low strike, and the count is 0-1. Infield at double play depth. The first baseman holding the runner, Peterson. Time called, and Swim steps out. And the dugout applauds as the home plate umpire finally acknowledges a Jackson Swim time call. Here's the pitch. Check swing, a called strike. Maybe a bit of payback for the heckling from the home side dugout. It's a good sport for a moment, but you got to take it on the chin every once in a while. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Taken for a low ball, and a heck of a take by Jackson Swim. The catcher held that frame for a long time, hoping to get that call, but could not. 1-2. Swim looking for a hit. Here's the pitch. It's up high, and the count will go to 2-2. Swim swinging a good bat this year, near the team lead in batting average, about 0.03 of a point off of Patrick Chung. Here's the pitch. Swung on and lifted out towards center, drifting over, and will make the catches. The center fielder for out number 1. Peterson hustles back in time, and the throw's into second base for out number 1. Riley Parker up next with 1 out and 1 on here in the top of the 6th inning. Parker 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single.
44, Riley Parker.
Here's the pitch to Parker. It's a swinging ball up the left field line. It's a fair ball. Parker jogging towards second. Peterson heading to third, and a double will put runners on second and third and bring up Diego Altamirano with 1 out in the inning. Merchants with a base knock could get within 2, and with a home run would tie the ball game. Quick discussion as the pitcher heads back out to the mound. Bogots, his night is over, collecting the gear for Riley Parker, who's 2 for 3 tonight. An excellent night for Riley Parker. Altamirano 0 for 2 tonight, hitting .250 on the season. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Diego hit a home run earlier this season. It was a mammoth shot. Here's the pitch. It's a strike at the knees, and the count goes to 1-1. Altamirano looking to repeat that and tie this ball game for the Merchants here in the top of the 6th inning. Up next is Jake Tilley. He hit a home run more recently in the Grand Forks tournament. Here's the pitch. It's low, and the count's 2-1. Derek Alumba having issues with this command here in this appearance. Giving up 2 hits on 3 batters faced. He's facing Diego, who's behind 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper to second. The play will be made over in time, but the run will score, and the Merchants pull within a run. Pull within 2 runs. They get a run back. 4-3 is the RBI ground out for Diego Altamirano. Jake Tilley is the tying run at the plate.
Jake Tilley.
With Riley Parker at third base, your Merchants trail 5-3 now in the top of the 6th inning. Here's the first pitch. Tilley takes the strike on the inside corner. On deck is Nick Anderson. Tilley's 0 for 2 tonight with a pair of strikeouts. Both strikeouts were on the 6th pitch of the at-bat, and Alumba steps off to reset. 0-1, 2 outs. 5-3 Merchants trail. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt, and the count evens at 1-1. One and one the count. Nick Anderson on deck. Here's the pitch. So a swinging lifted ball into center field. That should be the 3rd out of the inning, and it is. And Jake Tilley is retired to in the side, but the Merchants pick up a run on 2 hits and leave a man aboard. When we come back, the Merchants will look to keep the score at 5-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Grant DeLapp, Griffin McCormick, and Colin Runge up next. You're watching Governor Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back. The bottom of the 6th inning. Mickey Coyne still on the bump for your Merchants. He came in relief in the 3rd inning. And he'll face Grant DeLapp, Griffin McCormick, and Colin Runge trying to keep the score at 5-3. Merchants trail the Goldpanners here in the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament Group Final. Coyne winds and delivers. The pitch is a called strike of the knees, and the count goes to 0-1. Here's the wind and the delivery. It's a swinging shot down the first base line and out of the reach of Tilley, and the count will go to 0-2. Jake Tilley not quite fast enough to get to that one. Out of his grasp. Coyne has been strong in relief, giving up only 2 runs. Long hold. Now Coyne winds and delivers. The pitch swung on a line shot, but foul down the left field line, and we'll do it again. Mickey Coyne comes back on the mound and reestablishes with the runner, facing Grant Lab 1 for 2 tonight. This pitch outside. He reached on an error and scored. Here's the wind. And the pitch lifted, foul, out of play in near the concourse, and the count will go, or stay rather, at 1-2. Merchants would love a win here, but Mickey Coyne doing all he can to chew up innings and save the bullpen, which is quiet right now for the Merchants. Here's Coyne's pitch. It's a line foul lifted into the Merchants bullpen, and it is into the ivy, but out of play. Kid's running over to grab that ball. And the count will stay at 1-2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Mickey Coyne likely pitching his last inning at this tournament. Likely not be able to go tomorrow. Here's the 1-2. It's low, and no, it's a called strike 3 on the inside corner. The Merchants get a break there, and it's the 4th consecutive strikeout by Mickey Coyne, and it'll bring up leadoff man Griffin McCormick. McCormick 0 for 2 tonight. He's also reached on a walk. He came around to score in that 4th inning.
Now batting for the Goldpanners, number 11, the first baseman, Griffin McCormick.
McCormick looking to get aboard, extend this lead for the Goldpanners. This pitch is a called strike of the knees, and Mickey Coyne really finding his command here in the later parts of this outing. This game runs past the 2-hour mark. Here she comes. The pitch swung on and missed. A slow wave at a breaking ball away, and the count goes to 0-2. 0-2, 1 out here in the inning. Colin Runge on deck. Runge is 3 for 3 tonight. Coyne winds and delivers. The 0-2 pitch is a called strike 3 for the strikeout, the 2nd of the inning, and the 5th consecutive K for Mickey Coyne. A fantastic outing continues. It's his 6th K of the evening and 5th consecutive. Colin Runge with 3 for 3. It'll be a big test for Mickey Coyne as he looks for 6 in a row and 2 consecutive innings of striking out the side. Coyne winds and delivers. The pitch is a ball a little low, says the home plate umpire, and the count will go to 1-0. Mickey Coyne delivers. The pitch low again, and the count is 0-2. Colin Runge having a night. He's 3 for 3 with a pair of singles and a double. He came around to score twice and has stolen 3 bags. By far the MVP of this game so far. The 2-0 pitch, wide and delivered. It's inside, and 3-0 the count. Coyne's going to need to get back into this count if he wants to strike out another. Coyne comes set. Here's the wind, and the 3-0 is a strike called at the knees, and Coyne finds his way back into the count somehow. A great location there on the inside corner. Coyne gets his sign. He winds and delivers. The 3-1 is outside, and a 2-out walk breaks up the 5 consecutive retired via the K, and will send up Brian Nakagawa. Nakagawa is 0 for 2 tonight. Reached on an RBI fielder's choice, and a walk was thrown out at the dish in the 3rd inning.
For Alaska, number 12, the designated hitter, Bryant Nakagawa.
Bryant Nakagawa looking for his first hit of the evening. It would move ahead the runner. Majorly important at bat for the Merchants. If they want a chance in this ball game, they need to keep this deficit at 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Little low, says the home plate umpire, and the count will go to 1-0. Runner gets his lead. Coin checks the runner and comes home. The 1-0. The strike at the knees, and the count will even at 1-1. On deck is Cole Carter. Merchants don't want to see him. He's 1 for 1 tonight with a walk, a sacrifice fly, and a double. He's scored and driven in 2. Coin hoping for the out here. Here's the pitch. It's a little low and away, and the ball goes, or the count rather, goes to 2-1. Two and 1 the count. Coin climbs back onto the mound. Runner on first is Colin Runge on a walk to break up the 5 consecutive Ks. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging, lifted ball, and the count will run even at 2-2. That ball's out of play. Coin back on the rubber. 2-2, 2 outs, runner on first. Bottom of the 6th inning, Merchants looking to turn it over to their offense. They need 2 runs in the top of the 7th. Here's the pitch. It's a grounded ball. Austin Hawk scoops it up. Throw over to first in time for the out. And the Merchants set down the Goldpanners without a whole lot of difficulty. 2 Ks and a walk. They leave a man aboard on no hits and no runs across the plate. Your Merchants, last up's Nick Anderson, Patrick Chung, and Austin Hawk when we come back and play at the top of the 7th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament.
It's official.
Welcome back. Last ups for your Merchants in the top of the 7th inning. Nick Anderson aboard, or in the batter's box, and he'll take a strike from new pitcher Isaac Olson, looking for the save here in this ballgame. Patrick Chung on deck. Austin Hawk would follow. Here's the wind and the pitch. Anderson checks his swing and takes the strike. That was an awful high strike, but Anderson needs to battle now. Infield backs up with 2 strikes. Anderson leads the team in walks, needs to get aboard any way he can. Go ahead run, or tying run is on deck. Here's the pitch. It's away and skipped in. A very strange pitch on the 0-2 count. Anderson watches it go by, takes the gift. Isaac Olson winds and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and that's the first out of the side. It'll bring up the top of the lineup. Patrick Chung, Austin Hawk, and Sam Linscott are the next three that would
The strikeout brings up the
come
leadoff
up.
hitter, the designated hitter number 12, Patrick Chung.
2 to tie, 3 to take the lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Merchants need a pair. 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for the Merchants, 5 runs on 6 hits, and an error for the Goldpanners. Pitch grounded, and it's a fair ball. Miscommunication between the first baseman and the second baseman, and the Merchants will take it. And a leadoff base runner
Now batting the second baseman
for the
13,
Merchants.
Austin Houck.
Or excuse me, a one-out base runner for the Merchants in Patrick Chung. Austin Hawk climbs in. He's 0 for 3 with he reached on an error. Hitting .281 on the season, .407 on base percentage. Tying run is at the dish, and the go-ahead run's in the on-deck circle. Isaac Olson comes home. Chung swings and lifts it over the second baseman's head. Chung will coast into second base, and the go-ahead runs aboard. 2 consecutive singles for the Merchants will bring up Sam Linscott with a chance to tie or take the lead. Merchants mounting a mini rally here.
Brings up the center fielder, number
Tying
22,
run aboard, leading
Sam Linscott.
go-ahead run is aboard, or in the batter's box rather, and the 3 for 3 Bryce Peterson is on deck. He's scored 3 runs on 3 base hits this evening. He's on deck. Should Sam avoid the double play, he would be up. Sam waits for the pitch, and he'll take a strike down the heart of the plate. 0-1 the count. Merchants have a chance here to mount a furious rally on the top of this final inning. 3 runs on 9 hits, 2 errors, and 2 on here in the top of the 9th. 5 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Goldpanners. Here's the 0-1. It's taken low for a ball, and the count will even at 1-1. A win would give the Merchants the win, or the title in this group, and give them a game at noon tomorrow. A loss, they'll play at 9 against the Studs. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball down the right field line, and the count will go to 1-2. Peterson up next. Swim in the hole should he be needed. Lynn Scott looking to get aboard any way he can. Double play would end the game, and a base knock would give the Merchants all kinds of life. 5-3 your score, Merchants trail. Here's the pitch. It's taken low for a ball. An incredible take by Sam Linscott. The catcher thought he had it. Some arguing from the Goldpanners dugout, and I understand the argument. That ball looked in the zone. But the Merchants will take it. 2-2 the count. Outfield playing deep. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. Swung on a weak chopper that just gets foul, and the count will stay at 2-2. Once again, the man on deck is Bryce Peterson. 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored. The Goldpanners do not want to face him in this situation. Lynn Scott readies. Olson comes set. 2 runners on. Here's the pitch. It's swung on and grounded through the left side of the infield. Chung is being sent. The throw-in is cut off, and the tying runs in scoring position. Patrick Chung crosses the plate. An RBI single for Sam Linscott will bring up Bryce Peterson, who's 3 for 3 tonight. And a 5-4 lead now for the Goldpanners. Your Merchants making some noise in the top of the 7th.
Left fielder number 23, Bryce Peterson.
The Merchants with a chance to take the lead, or to tie or take the lead with a base hit. Bryce Peterson is 3 for 3. And a ball that could have been a double play and on a spectacular play instead gets under the glove in the left field, and we'll have a mound visit and perhaps a pitching change. Making Bryce Peterson think about it for a minute. He's 3 for 3 with 3 runs. Of a mound visit here. And while we do, we'll take a break. Your Merchants have the tying run aboard and the go-ahead run on first base. Bryce Peterson's 3 for 3, and he'll be up next. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball. Welcome back. Bryce Peterson climbs in. He will face Isaac Olson with 2 on and 1 out. It's a 5-4 ball game. The Merchants have already scored a run on 3 consecutive singles. Chung, Hawk, and Linscott all singling. Bryce Peterson's 3 for 3 with 3 runs. A base hit would likely tie the ball game with the speedy Austin Houck at second. Here's the pitch. It's taken away, and that ball nearly got through. Houck on at second. Sam Linscott on at first, both with good speed, and the 3 for 3 hot bat is Bryce Peterson in the batter's box with a 1-0 count, 1 out. Here's the pitch from Olson. Runner bluffs, and it's a foul tip. Just got a piece of it. And the count will leave it at 1-1. 5-4 your score. Merchants 4 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors. 5 runs on 6 hits and an error for the Goldpanners. They're desperately holding on to this lead. Winner gets to play at noon tomorrow against Calgary. Loser goes and plays on the road at Seattle at 9 a.m. Here's the pitch. Runner bluffs. It's lifted sky high into center field. Hawk tags. The catch is made, and Hawk bluffs, and he stays put. And the second out of the inning is recorded. Bryce Peterson out for the first time. And it'll bring up Jackson Swim, the team leader in batting average and slugging percentage.
The right fielder, number 37, Jackson Swilling.
Swim is 1 for 3 tonight, but a reminder, he is your leader in on-base percentage and slugging percentage, and second on the team in RBIs. A big spot for Swim. A hit would likely give the Merchants the lead. On deck is Riley Parker should he be needed. Olson checks his runners. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a ball over the head of the second baseman. Austin Hawk coming home. He will score. And Sam Linscott being sent home on the error by the short second baseman. And he is called out at the plate. 4-2 your putout. Harold Pyatt coming out. He can't believe it. A base hits. The Merchants robbed at the plate once again. 2 runs this season have been taken away at the dish by the officials against these Goldpanners. And Harold Pyatt's sick of it. We're going to take a break. When we come back, the bottom of the 6th inning will be played. The Merchants tie the ball game. Welcome back. We'll play the bottom of the 7th inning. Merchants thought they took the lead, but the runner thrown out at the base. or at the plate rather. Sam Linscott apparently tagged out at the dish, and Mickey Coyne will be out in a tie ball game. This ball is outside. 1-0 the count. Apologies for forgetting to update the score. Your score is 5-5 in the bottom of the 7th inning. We are in the final inning. We will play extras if needed, but this is a walk-off situation for the Goldpanners. They need 1 to win the game. The count is 1-1 to Cole Carter. Carter is 1 for 1 tonight with a walk, a double, and a sacrifice fly. He scored and has driven in 2. Here's the pitch. It's a ball, says the home plate umpire. Mickey Coyne can't believe it. Thought he was pitching for the win here, but instead he'll just try to extend the tie. Wild ball game here tonight. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging, lifted ball. Linscott charging, and he'll make the play in center field for out number 1. It'll bring up Blake Porter, center fielder for the Alaska Goldpanners. 1 for 2 tonight. It's a single and a walk.
Blake Porter.
He also ended the 4th inning with a ground out to the third baseman. 1 out. Mickey Coyne looking to retire the Goldpanners. Time called, and we're back in play. Merchant scored 3 runs in the final 2 innings to tie this game. This pitch is fouled away, and the count goes to 0-1. The 0-1 the pitch, 1 out. The batter is Blake Porter. Here's the pitch from Coyne. It's fouled away, and the count goes to 0-2. Your Merchants looking to keep this game tied if they can in the 8th inning. In the 8th inning, they'll send Riley Parker, Diego Altamirano, and Jake Tilley to the dish. But first things first, they need to get out of this inning scoreless. Here's the pitch. It's a line shot over Riley Parker's head into center field. Linscott's there to cut it off, and a 1-out base runner for the Goldpanners on a single by Blake Porter right up the middle. It'll bring up Aaron Kim. Kim is 0 for 2 tonight. He walked, drove in a run in the bases loaded walk, and struck out twice. Time called by Harold Pyatt. He comes out. Slow walk out to the mound. We'll see what he wants to do. There is another pitcher in the field right now. Bryce Peterson out in left field is a pitcher. We'll see what Harold Pyatt wants to do. He may just want a mound conference. But we'll take a quick break. When we come back, 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning or 7th inning. Your Merchants look to extend this game. Welcome back. Aaron Kim out to face Mickey Coyne. With 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The next run by the Goldpanners would win the game unless the Merchants can keep it scoreless and tack on a couple more in the top of the 8th. Merchants looking for a double play to get out of this inning and send this game to extras. Coyne, pickoff move to first base, nothing doing. Tilley able to corral that. Runner at first base is Blake Porter. He's singled. We're here in a 5-5 tie. 5 runs on 10 hits for the Merchants, 5 runs on 7 hits for the Goldpanners. This ball is fouled into the screen. Counts 0-1. 2 errors committed by the Merchants in this ballgame, only 1 for Alaska. There were some questionable error ball calls in this game. Official scores made those calls, and they are what they are. Doesn't change the score. Runner on first, 0-1 the count to Kim. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. Mickey Coyne has pitched well. He's through 4 complete innings. Would be through 4 2/3 should he complete this inning. Coyne, a long hold. He finally comes set. Checks the runner at first base and comes home. The 0-2 is a little outside, and the count will go to 1-2. 1-2 count to Aaron Kim. Mickey Coyne steps off the rubber and will reset. He reestablishes. Long hold. Now set. Coyne, the stretch. And the pitch. It's a little outside and low. Altamirano taking a peek at first base, but no throw. 2-2 the count. On deck is Braxton Innes, 0 for 3. He reached on an error. And Ben McKay after him, who's 0 for 3 in the ballgame. Merchants need to keep the Goldpanners off the scoreboard in this inning. Here's the pitch. The 2-2 is a ground ball foul up the third base line. That could have been trouble. And the count will even at 2-2, or the count will stay even at 2-2. Outfield straight up. Now Sam shifts towards the right side. Jackson swim in deep. Infield at double play depth, and ground ball would end the inning. Would likely end the inning. 2-2 the count, 1 out. Late breeze out towards left, and time is called. Diego Altamirano trying to get something clear with the home plate umpire. He seems satisfied, calling the signs to his pitcher. Here we go. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging foul ball down the first base line, and we'll do it again. The 7th pitch upcoming in this at-bat, and more baseballs delivered to the home plate umpire. This is a marathon-length game. Despite us only being in the 7th inning, nearing the 3-hour mark. Thank you all for watching at home, as this is a nail-biter of a game. Threatening to go extras. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and the second out is recorded on a beautiful breaking ball by Mickey Coyne, excuse me. That'll bring up. It appears to be a pinch hitter. And it is number 9, Tony Riley, pinch hitting for Braxton Innes.
Number 9, Tony Riley.
Tony Riley is a .263 hitter on the year. He's pinch hitting for Braxton Innes. His night's over. He went 0 for 3, reached on an error. Merchants need an out of any kind, and they would get out of the inning and turn it back to their offense. This pitch is a little outside. Mickey's not sure. And the count's 1-0. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for your Merchants. 5 runs on 7 hits and an error for the Alaska Goldpanners. Here she comes. The pitch. There's a strike at the knees, and the count goes to 1-1. Coyne delivers the 1-1. It's a little inside, and the count's 2-1. Two and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging ground ball. Riley Parker's got it. Flip over is not in time at second base. And the failed fielder's choice will advance both runners safely. 1-2 the count. Harold Pyatt not happy with his players as the sure out was at first base.
Now batting the
And that'll bring up
number 7.
the tying run now in scoring, or the go-ahead run is now in scoring position, and it brings up Ben McKay. Ben McKay can drive in the go-ahead run with a hit. 2 outs, 2 on, here in the bottom of the final inning. Here's the pitch. Taken for a strike. Mickey Coyne finding the spot early. 0-1, wind stiffening out towards left on a beautiful, clear night here in Kamloops, excuse me. It's been a long couple weeks up here in Canada. 0-1, infield vacates. Quick pitch, a swing and a miss, and the count's 0-2. A beautiful quick pitch by Mickey Coyne, forcing a bad swing. May have been a borderline balk there, but he gets away with it. 0-2 the count. Infield playing straight up. Outfield shifted slightly towards the right. Coyne delivers. The 0-2. Swing and a miss! Ben McKay spikes his bat, and a swinging strikeout ends the side. A hit and 2 left on, but no runs score. We head to extra innings here in Kamloops. Your Merchants have a chance to take the lead in the top of the 8th inning. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournaments. Welcome back. We apologize if there were any technical difficulties with the audio in the last half inning. Your Merchants were retired in order on 3 consecutive strikeouts by the new pitcher for the Goldpanners. Gavin Bullock, new pitcher for the Merchants in the bottom of the 8th inning. Bullock, 6 appearances, 2 starts, a 2-1 record, and 14 innings pitched. He has a 2.57 ERA, allowed 14 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 7 strikeouts, and 3 walks in those appearances. Bullock comes set. He winds and delivers. Pitch is swung on a line, but foul down the left field line. A bit of a loud, scary strike number 1 for the Merchants. That was a well-struck ball by Grant DeLapp. Oh and 1, nobody out. Goldpanners can walk it off with a run. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball, but it missed the zone, said the home plate umpire. And the count's 1-1. Bullock looks in. Here's the pitch. Same spot, missed again, says the home plate umpire. 2-1 the count. Bullock needs to find the zone. Leadoff man Griffin McCormick right around the corner in the on-deck circle, and Colin Runge behind him. Bullock comes set, working from the windup. He kicks and delivers. The pitch is lined in the right field. A leadoff single to start this bottom of the 8th inning. We'll get the winning run on first base in the form of Grant DeLapp. It'll bring up Griffin McCormick. McCormick is 0 for 3. 90 walked and scored in the 4th. Gavin Bullock in an important spot here with runners on. He's allowing a .233 batting average, 7 hits in 30 at-bats. He's also given up 2 walks. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He will bunt it foul, and the count's 0-1. Winning run on first base. Nobody out. Merchants looking to get out of this inning and win the group. Corners starting to crash. Griffin McCormick shows bunt. He pulls back and takes the ball inside, nearly getting a piece of him. But a nice save by Altamirano and Colin Runge in the on-deck circle. Action in the Merchants bullpen. Nobody in the Panners bullpen at the moment. 1-1 the count. Bunt's shown. He pops it up, and it's a 1-2 count. Bunt likely off now with 2 strikes. And a great job by Bullock pitching around the bunt. 1-2, nobody out. Winning run on first base for the Goldpanners. On deck is Colin Runge, who's 3 for 3 with a walk and a couple runs. McCormick in the box. Bullock delivers. The pitch swung on and missed for strike 3 and a mighty big strikeout number 1 as Colin Runge can now ground into a double play to end the inning. But Runge's 3 for 3 tonight with a walk. He's having a tremendous night. He's scored twice. Bullock looking for a ground ball to get out of this. A hit could be trouble. Runner on first base has some speed in Grant DeLapp. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike on the inside corner. An excellent pitch. And the spot that the Merchants pitchers have been able to locate. And when they have, they've been given the strike call. Runge in the box. Here it comes. Bullock delivers the pitch. It drops in for a strike, and the count's 0-2.
Here we go, Colin.
Bullock looking for a strikeout or a ground ball to get out of the inning and turn it back over to his offense. Bottom of the 8th inning, here in extras in Kamloops. Winner wins the group and plays at noon tomorrow. Loser plays Seattle at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Bullock looks in, gets the sign. Working from the stretch. The 0-2 is a lifted ball into right field. It'll get down. Jackson Swim comes up firing, and it'll hold the runner at second base. We're 2 on now with only 1 out. And the go-ahead run is in scoring, or the winning run, rather, is in scoring position. And Bryant Nakagawa will have a chance to drive him home. He's 0 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. A mound visit for Harold Pyatt, and we'll take a break. When we come back, go-ahead runs, or the winning run is at second base with 1 out. You're watching Everett Merchants Baseball. Welcome back. New pitcher for the Merchants with 2 on and 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th inning in extras. Jackson Weber, lefty for the Merchants, the only other lefty coming out of the pen, or the only other lefty on the staff for the Merchants. He has appeared in 6 games, no starts, no record, and 11 and a third innings pitched, 4.76 ERA, 8 hits, 6 runs, all of them earned. He struck out 10 and walked 10, so a bit of a 3 true outcomes of baseball kind of pitcher. But he has been effective at times. Merchants need him to come up big here. 2 outs would get the Merchants into the 9th inning with a chance to take the lead. We are back into as we clear a ball out from behind home plate. 1 out, 2 on. Merchants at double play depth, trying for an out, or 2 outs rather, to get out of the inning. We'll go ahead, winning run at second base. Winner wins the group. Here's Weber's first pitch. It's a cold strike, and and Jackson Weber starts out on the right foot. 2 runners on, they'll take their lead. At first base is Runji. At second base is DeLapp. 5-5, both teams with 10 hits. Merchants with 2 errors, Alaska with 1, and that drops in for a strike. A beautiful breaking ball for Jackson Weber. On deck is Cole Carter. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a RBI or 2 RBIs and a run. Here's the pitch. It's a little outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Mighty big at bat here for your Merchants. A double play gets him out of the inning. A strikeout gets him ever closer. Turn it over to their offense in the top of the ninth should we get there. First things first, a 1-2 pitch from Jackson Weber. He'll check his runners, wind and deliver. The pitch is a ground ball foul down the first base line, and we'll do it again. Hav out to pick up that ball. Merchants know that the next run that crosses the plate will end the ball game. They are playing slightly in the outfield. Need to avoid a hit at all costs. Weber steps off, chases the runner back to second base. Nakagawa climbs back in. 2-1, 1 out, 1-2 the count. Weber delivers the pitch. It's a swing and a foul ball, and we'll go again. Just getting enough of that one to spoil it away. And we'll go again. Nakagawa, as I mentioned, 0 for 3 tonight with an RBI on a fielder's choice. He also walked, was thrown out at the dish in the third inning. That run would have won the ball game for the Goldpanners. Nakagawa steps out, calls time. He'll climb back in, and we're back underway. And time called again. Nakagawa climbs back in, and we're back underway regardless. Infield, double play depth, outfield in. Time called again. Nakagawa having issues with something getting set as he continues to call time. The Merchants battery wants to get going. The 1-2 pitch, here it comes. It's a swing and a miss on a slow looping breaking ball, and that will retire Brian Nakagawa. The Goldpanners down to their final out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And a pitching change. They're going to call in the right-handed pitcher. That is Bryce Peterson coming in. Kobe Blunt's going out to left field. And we'll have a double switch here. When we come back, we'll run it down for you and explain what's going on. When we come back, new pitcher, Bryce Peterson in his Merchant debut on the mound when we return. Welcome back. New pitcher for your Everett Merchants is Bryce Peterson. his debut on the mound for the Merchants. Replacing him in left field is Kobe Blunt. Patrick Chung's night is done. He was 2 for 4 on the evening. Bryce Peterson will face Cole Carter, who's 1 for 2 tonight with a sacrifice fly and a walk. He scored a run with 2 RBIs. Peterson winds and delivers. The pitch is swung on and grounded up the third base line, and the play is made. A fielder's choice at third base. 1 pitch, 1 out for Bryce Peterson, and he gets out of the inning. A 5 unassisted fielder's choice, and it'll turn the order back over to the Merchants offense here in the top of the 9th inning. Nick Anderson, new left fielder Kobe Blunt, and Austin Hawk up to bat. Your Merchants look to take the lead here in the top of the 9th inning. You're watching Merchants baseball at the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament. Welcome back to Kamloops. Top of the 9th inning, your Merchants look to take the lead in extras. And the first pitch to Nick Anderson is a called strike. Gavin Saunier on the bump. Kobe Blunt on deck. He's the left fielder. Merchants losing their DH when Bryce Peterson came in to pitch. This pitch is outside, and the count's even at 1-1. Peterson only threw 1 pitch. He'll likely be back out to pitch the bottom of the 9th. Here it comes. It's high. 2-1 the count. It's 11:21 local time here in Kamloops, British Columbia. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's a check swing. It's a strike on the outside corner. And Nick Anderson will see a 2-2 count. He's struck out twice and is 0 for 3, but followed by Kobe Blunt. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And the first out is recorded on a swinging strikeout. Kobe Blunt climbs in. Kobe Blunt on the year, hitting .206. Bit of a hot streak his last couple games that he's played. Has a pair of bases clearing triples. He was a big-time factor in the extra innings game the Merchants won earlier this year, driving in 3 runs. Here's the pitch. It's high and gets away, just out of the glove of the catcher. And the count's 1-0 to Kobe Blunt. Kobe Blunt, also a pitcher for the Merchants. He may come in and swap back with Peterson later in this game. Here's the pitch. It's low and away. 2-0 the count to Blunt. Blunt has speed. He'll be followed by Austin Hawk and Sam Linscott. Oh, and 2 the count. Here's the pitch. It's low and away and bounces away. Hawk picks it up. 3-0 the count to Blunt. He'll be taking all the way here in a tie ball game in extras. The pitch is a called strike, just barely catching a piece of that outside zone. 3-1 the count rather. Hawk on deck. If Kobe gets a Hawk on deck rather. Kobe's on. If Kobe gets aboard, as he just does, the go-ahead run is on first base, and Austin Hawk will look to drive him ahead. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Merchants have a chance here with the go-ahead run
Now
on
batting
board.
second baseman number 13, Austin Hauk.
Austin Hauk in, looking to drive ahead the runner. Here's the pitch. Bunt shown. He pulls back. Throw back to first base. Nearly gets Kobe Blunt. But it misses. Or rather, Blunt is too quick. Gets back in time. Count is 1-0. Blunt has shown bunt both or several of his plate appearances. He'll look to swing away this time, but he'll take a strike. He barely catches the top part of that zone. Lynn Scott in the on-deck circle. 1-1 the count. Runner on first base is the go-ahead run in the top of the ninth inning. Here in extras. Here's the pitch. It's taken outside. And the count is 2-1. Once again, we'd like to apologize if the stream does cut out. Our hotspot is at 5%. The replay will be available at the conclusion of the game, regardless, as a pickoff move. Nothing doing. 2-1 the counts. Here's the wind and the pitch. It's outside and away. 3-1 the count. Austin Hauk well ahead here. 3-1. Big time spot for Austin Hauk. He's got a chance to play hero here. Here's the pitch. Swing and lifted out towards left field. It's sky high. Camping under its left fielder. He'll make the play for out number 2. That'll bring up Sam Linscott, who's 1 for 4 tonight with an RBI. Bryce Peterson on deck. He is in line to hit his spot as he pitched, so he's still in the lineup. Him pitching erased the designated hitter spot, but he maintains his spot in the lineup. Sam Linscott on deck. Here's the pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. As rain begins to fall in Kamloops, we worried that if this game went into extra innings, we might see rain, and sure enough, extra innings and the rain begins to fall. Here's the pitch. It's outside, and the ball and the count goes to 1-1. 1-1 to Sam. 2 outs. A strong breeze blowing from right to left. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike on the outside corner, and the count goes to 1-2. It's a big spot here. Kobe Blunt with speed at first. May consider a steal at this moment. This should be passing showers. The runner goes. The foul ball is over the back, and we'll do it again. If the radar is correct, this will be a passing shower and should be done quickly, but we never know with the rain up here in the northwest.
You're a weatherman too.
The pitcher Peterson on deck. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Runner goes. Ball is up high. Kobe Blunt saves in safely as the ball is dropped at second base. 2-2 the count. The go-ahead run is now at second base. Kobe Blunt steals a bag, and the go-ahead run is at second. A light mist falls here in Kamloops. Sam Linscott looking for his second RBI of the game. It would give the Merchants the lead in extras. The pitch is swung on and missed. He wins, says the home plate umpire. And that will retire the side. The Merchants get a hit and strand a runner at second base. Excuse me, get a walk and strand a runner at second base. We head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Your Merchants are tied with the Goldpanners at 5 apiece. Welcome back. Center fielder Blake Porter will lead off the inning against a new pitcher, Bryce Peterson. He pitched one pitch in the top of the 8th inning. It was a fielder's choice right to the third baseman for out number 3. 5-5 tie here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a foul away for 0-1.
Still going. It's 11:30.
Long game here tonight. 3.5 hours in. Here's Peterson's pitch. It's outside, and the count's 1-1. 1-1. Nobody out. Nobody on. Blake Porter leading off the inning. Rain continues to fall. Here's the pitch. It's up high for a ball, and the count goes to 2-1. 2-1. Here's the pitch. It's a swinging, lifted ball out towards right field. Kobe Blunt drifting back at the warning track. He makes the catch. That ball had a lot of carry, but Kobe Blunt with just enough room to make the out. And it'll bring up Aaron Kim with 1 out. That ball looks like it had a chance and died right at the warning track for out number 1. Aaron Kim up next, 0 for 3 tonight with a walk and an RBI. 3 Ks for Kim. Here's the pitch. It's a swing and a little number over to third. This could be a trouble. It's over, and it is not in time. He beats it out, an infield single. For Aaron Kim, it'll put the winning run on first base and bring up Tony Riley, replacement pinch hitter. He grounded into a fielder's choice, or rather reached in a fielder's choice in the 7th inning. Failed fielder's choice got him aboard, but he was later retired. Strong breeze out to left. Here's the pitch. It's a cold strike at the knees, and the count goes to 0-1. Once again, we apologize if and when the stream cuts out. We're currently at 3%. The full replay will be available later tonight. 0-1, 1 out. Peterson delivers the pitch. It's inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Runner on, or 1-1, runner on first base, 1 out. Ground ball would get the Merchants back to their offense in the 10th inning. Pickoff moved to first, not in time. And the count will stay at 1-1. Big spot for the Merchants. 1-1, 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball straight down. And the count goes to 1-2. 1-2, 1 out. 5 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Merchants. 5 runs on 11 hits, and an error for the Goldpanners. Runner on first base on a single by Aaron Kim. And Bryce Peterson looking to get out of this inning. Peterson in line for a loss should he give up the lead. Otherwise, the game result is still in doubt. Here's the pitch. It's low and away for a ball, and the count goes to 2-2. Peterson looks in. Checks the runner at first, and he gets his sign. From the stretch, he delivers the pitch. It's swung on a line over the leaping head of Riley Parker in the left field, and a single will move Aaron Kim to second base. And once again, the Goldpanners have the go-ahead run, the winning run, rather, at second base with nobody, or 1 out, in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2% now on the battery, folks. We apologize. This is a very important part of this ball game, we understand, but our owner forgot to bring his cell phone charger. It is An unfortunate situation, but the replay will be available within the hour of the end of this ball game, hopefully, if things go well. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to third base. On to first is the only play, and he'll make it. So a ground ball will advance the runners. I'll call that a sacrifice hit. 5-3. Both the runners advance. And that'll bring up Grant DeLapp, who singled his last time up. He is 2 for 4. He reached on an error. Peterson steps down off the mound, walks around the backside. Grant DeLapp has a chance to drive in a run with a hit anywhere. Infield playing in. Any hit would end the ball game and give the Goldpanners the number 1 seed in this group. Peterson looks in, and he delivers the pitch. It's a chopper down the third base line, but bouncing foul, and it's a very exciting strike number 1. A lucky break for your Merchants, as that looks like it was the game ender right there.
Let's go, Grant.
0-1, 2 outs. Merchants looking to turn it over to their offense, but any hit would win the ball game for the Goldpanners. 2 outs, infield's playing straight up. Peterson looks in. Here's the pitch from Peterson. The 0-1. It's a called strike 2. 0-2 the count.
Let's go, Grant.
Peterson looks in. Gets the signs. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball into the netting, and we'll do it again. Oh, and 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a chopper to the shortstop, and he boots it, and an error will win the game for the Goldpanners, and that is your ball game. The Goldpanners walk it off by a final score of 6-5 in extra innings, and the Goldpanners will play tomorrow at noon. The Merchants will play tomorrow at 9 a.m. The Merchants lose in the bottom of the 9th inning, and that is your ball game. Thank you all for watching this presentation of Everett Merchants Baseball. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Your Merchants will take on the Seattle Studs for the right to play for the Kamloops International Baseball Tournament title. Thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody.